Welcome to the Daily High. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm sorry we're late. I know Tone will give you an excuse why we're late, but the fact is he's waiting to win this trade that he's in from last night. We have been hovering around, exactly hovering around for the last 20 minutes. And I was like, Tone's going to be late to this mother effer for this reason. Tone, good morning.
Morning. Oh boy, I think you benefited from me being late.
Could have gone either way. Where are you, mate? Are you on the beach or something? That looks beautiful.
Yeah, we got a new proper background for the upcoming Maldives Financial Summit, and looks a lot like the villa. We will be all hanging out in the evening, as you guys know, or as you know, because you've been to a few of them. We try to rent the biggest villa in the entire property, and that's where everyone hangs out after dinner, smoking cigars, playing some cards, and just chilling and talking. You've been up till sunrise at some of those at some of those evening hangouts, and this is the reason why I'm late, because this show taking place at 7:30 in the freaking morning, with me having to wake up at 6:30 in the morning every day, catches up to me by Friday.
I'm very concerned doing this show with you that I'll get famous and then there'll be videos released of me on that final night in Dubai, crawling it where the boys were helping me into the room.
Oh
God
boy.
damn. I got into the room and then fell asleep, didn't set my alarm. I had to get up at about 7 in the morning and I got back in about 6 and I had a flight and we were in Russell Khmer. It was about an hour and a half from the airport. And for some reason, I just woke up, didn't even have a shower, just threw everything in, left heaps of stuff there. Somehow got on the plane. They let me on the plane after boarding had closed. It was a miracle that I got home. And
Oh my God.
there is disgusting videos that of me out there. I've seen them. They're not good. They're not good. So I better not become famous. That's all I'll say.
I have not seen those videos, so you better get a hold of whoever was there. No, but it's a good crowd. They're not gonna mess with you like that. All right.
No,
How much longer can I delay here? Damn it.
I don't mind telling the stories about the summit, but if you give me the screen share, I might be able to
All
celebrate
right.
a win here. So let's crack on.
All right. Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All
Yeah.
right.
At exactly 7:30, I would have won this trade by $1.
Yeah, but you were late. You were late. Yes, I won. I won by $6, $5.50. Let's call it $5. It was the tightest. The tightest. I'll just talk about it a little bit before we go into it. It was the tightest thing ever. We put the trade on what about here last night? I went long, Tone went short. He'll talk about his trade in a minute. We spent the whole day down, we recovered, and when this like it's on the 4 hour now, but when this candle opened, it was exactly on the line, and we spent about the last half an hour just moving around. I thought I was going to win at one point by like 6 cents, but a win's a win's a win. $5, add it to the tally. But more up before you even go into it, let's update this board because look at this. This is the best. I'm off the ears for a second. One, two, three. Whoa, 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 whoa. Loving it.
All right, I'm gonna grab screen share here. Right, so here it is on a 5-minute chart, and the show is supposed to start at 7:30 exactly, and the candle that ended at 7:30 closed $1 below the line, and the candle that starts at 7:30 in the morning New York time opened about $2 below the line. So anyway, right now I am down $13, 12 and a
10.
half. So we
Call it
can
10.
call it 10 or
10.
15.
10.
Let me
10.
see
10.
what makes more sense. And 970. So I'm gonna say 10 to keep
Yep.
the numbers round. If it was 75, would have been 15. And now I am down to 960 in P&L. Did you adjust your P&L by $5 up?
I haven't yet, but I will. I will.
Okay. And yeah, since I have it up, let's talk about this. Let's go back to the 1 hour chart. So at one point, my trade was up like $200-300 or something ridiculous like that here. And if I go back to the hourly chart, and you know what? On the hourly chart, when we were sitting right here at support, on a red star candle on the moving average, a smidge away from the MRI support line on the 1 hour chart, I was actually still pretty bearish. I really thought that we had a good shot at going all the way down to 50,000, which would have been the next level of support on that 1 hour chart, along with the longer term moving average. And continuing to zoom out to the 4 hour chart.
But just
We
go back to
had
the go back to
our-
the go back to the 1 hour for a second, because
Yeah.
even about that blue line, give or take, I'm not sure the exact number. I'm in a real world long trade from maybe about that mark, a little bit lower than that mark. So yes, I was watching this, even though I saw it in the morning when I woke up. I was very concerned looking at that hourly chart. I was, oh no, I'm gonna have to. I actually would have, if we had to pierce that MRI support and resistance line, I may have closed the trade. You know, it would have still been in good profit. It was quite a large trade, but I wasn't feeling good, and I'm feeling way better right now, actually.
Right. Now, the really interesting thing was, remember at the end of yesterday's show, I made it very, very clear that I would never short the market at 8 in the morning when we put our trades on. I would wait until after market open. And as usual, for those of you that have watched my channel in the past, let's go back to the 5-minute chart so you can see what happened yesterday after market open. And I believe it's probably right here. Yep. So here's the 5-minute chart. Yesterday was the 15th, and you can see how the swing high yesterday literally took place at exactly 10 a.m. This is the candle from 9:50 until 10 a.m. New York time. This is my favorite time to enter any trade, is around 10 a.m. or right at 10 a.m. And this is where I took profit in my real life account. I sold a bunch of call options on Bitfarms. It was pretty much near its peak. I also exited the BlackRock ETF, and I am sitting on 25% cash position in my real life account instead of 100%. And later that afternoon, I was very, very happy for my right decisions. This took place at 5 p.m. just before the market closed. The market was sitting at the lows right here, 1700, 5 p.m. Eastern, market closed at 4 p.m. Now, the market still hasn't opened yet, and now it looks like it's opening back up here, but still, lower than when I sold it in the morning.
Great
Go
trade.
ahead.
Great trade. That was Tone actually did a few shows yesterday. He did the Financial Summit Twitter Spaces, and he also did a show with Joe Saz, good friend of both of ours. That was a great trade, Tone, on those call options, no doubt about it, regardless what happens.
Yeah, so now let's go back up to the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart gave us an MRI top, again, right on the topping candle. The current candle looks pretty good, that we're continuing to consolidate on this 4-hour scale, but this is the MRI top candle right there. And so far, we have not closed above those highs, but it looks like we will in a few minutes. So again, this held as the top. It was a 1 to 4 candle correction. Now we're reevaluating. And you know what? If this candle goes higher than the high of the prior candle, which is not that far away, we will have a green star candle for bullishness on the 4-hour chart.
So can I jump in there again? I'm so sorry to keep jumping in, man. But I think people really enjoyed what we did the other day when we went through a trade setups, what we look for. This is what we look for, to be honest. Can you talk about, I think people get a lot of value out of it, and this is a question without notice here, but we're coming into a green star candle on the MRI on a 4-hour time frame with a quite clearly defined stop loss, which you could put in place. If you were looking to long this position, walk us through what you would do here. I know exactly what I would do if I wasn't in a position right now. That's a pretty good trade setup, to be honest. Coming off the MRI top, going into a 4-hour, getting a 1 to 4 candle correction.
there's one thing I really don't like here, and that's the fact that we didn't touch this moving average like we have in all prior breakouts.
Mm.
So that's the one thing that's concerning. We touched a different moving average, but at least we bounced off a moving average here and off of a MRI support line. The one thing I don't like is that we didn't touch this moving average.
I don't
However,
mind it. I find that gives us a sign of strength more than a sign of weakness, and I like where we're sitting.
I like this consolidation. So my transition would be the moment I am confident this candle is going to close above this line, and this candle, this 4-hour candle, has 1 hour and 10 minutes to go. So I probably don't need the entire 1 hour, 10 minutes.
3 hours.
But I need like another
3 hours. 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh, wow, that just changed. Interesting. Why was it there? Okay, 3 hours, 10 minutes. Okay, so I would need probably about another hour to be comfortable, at least another hour, so that this candle is halfway through its life and we've passed 10 o'clock in the morning. So if after 10 o'clock in the morning, the price of Bitcoin is above $52,450, I would be very comfortable going long, and my stop loss is very, very defined, and it's actually going to be here. You can be very relaxed with your stop loss going below the swing low. But if this candle goes much higher and this candle is closing up there, I know the moving average is going to move up. And I also know that if the price of Bitcoin falls below the swing low of the prior candle, it is so close to the edge of the low candle that I don't even need to take a chance on having the stop loss that low. So I would go with probably a tighter stop loss. And again, the more leverage I have, the tighter that stop loss would be. So it depends on the leverage. If this is a very low leverage trade, my stop loss would be down at 51,250. But if I had a lot of leverage, my stop loss would be higher at 51,525.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with all of that, and I see that as a trade. That's a trade for me. That's when as a day trader, something to looking for a trade that I'm trying to get into, something like that, where I have a defined stop loss. It doesn't mean it's going to win, but my feeling is that that's a good enough. That's a trade. That's a trade for me. I'd take that. I'd take it now. I wouldn't wait for 2 hours, 3 hours. I'd take it probably now.
I'd wait till 10 a.m. I'd wait 2 hours from now. I wouldn't take it now. I would definitely wait 2 hours, which I will, and I have to, right? Because I'm trading in my traditional brokerage account. Right. So the daily chart. This is, man, I was so confident, as you know, based on the trade that I did 24 hours ago, that this candle would pull us back. Now, this candle was red at one point. It closed as a green doji candle. So I'm actually surprised that the tone-based volume here is red. I would have thought the tone-based volume would have been yellow, like you see it right here on this doji candle. But maybe it wasn't doji enough, and the upper shadow was pretty strong. Really thought this must have been flipping from yellow to red, and it closed at red. So this is still a weak candle. Normally, this right here is a no trade candle at all times. Well, not all times, sorry. This is only a tradable candle to the downside. This is never a tradable candle to the upside. So I would never long this particular candle. This is the candle after an MRI top in the upwards direction. Now, if the next candle is also in the upwards direction, I'm perfectly okay going long on the following candle, so tomorrow. Tomorrow, however, is Saturday, and so our trade that we're going to put on for the contest will last until Monday. So I need to make an assumption whether the next candle is going to be also upwards or downwards. However, this is a bit surprising to me. I really thought this would create a little bit more of a top. Now, this is still a reversal candle, and we still have not crossed the top of that candle, nor the bottom of that candle. But if we do end up crossing the bottom of that candle, I become very bearish once again. But so far, with 11 hours to go. We're halfway through this candle, and it's acting bullishly. Now, the stock market is also being resilient. We had a green star candle yesterday on the stock market, in the futures market, and this morning we're opening fairly strong. So again, I wouldn't do anything until 10 a.m., but it looks like this market just wants to go higher. Moving up, I did remove 25% of my position, scared of the daily MRI. But if we're sitting at a new swing high later today, I may be putting this back into the market. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if we'll be at a new high, but it's very, very likely I will be back to a 100% bullish position before today ends in my account. And going up one more time, this is closing as a very strong weekly candle. It was a green star candle. The green star showed up on the first tick of the candle, and it stayed there the whole time. We are in this zone of toppiness between 52.5 and 57.5, but we are so early in the zone that anything can happen at this point. I know that doesn't sound useful to many of you, but sometimes knowing information that anything can happen and everything has an equally likely probability is super important for a trader. So what do I mean by anything can happen? We can top here, pull back, and be back in this zone before the halving. We can also blow through this zone, get close to a new all-time high, and then pull into this zone at the time of the halving. So right now, the weekly chart is not very useful for me, and I'm mostly navigating my trading through the daily chart. All right, I'll leave it here. Let me know if you want me to pull anything up or hand off screen share.
I'll take the reins for a sec because there's stuff I want to talk about here. You know, Tony and I don't prepare anything for this show. We come in totally fresh. So we're talking about it. Tone's just working up. So I've got the advantage of the whole day to look at the market. And yeah, to be fair, I've been looking at the market all day, but I don't have a list here of like, I'm going to do the 4 hour, then 15 minute. It's just as it comes to me, but I'm just going through it the way that well, my trade's already in profit there. The way that you would when you're looking at the charts as you're going through your systems. This is what we just spoke about.
Oh, interesting, Matt. Hold on a second. You have a green star candle already. I think your setting is slightly different than my setting. So that's interesting. Usually that green star needs to cross the high of the prior candle, but you might have it set to the candle before.
No, I didn't change. I've got the default. Don't know why. I've never touched the settings. I just put the numbers on. That's all I've done. This is the trade we were just talking about with Tone before on the. Were we looking at the 1 hour or the 4 hour time frame? I believe we're looking at the 4 hour time frame.
The 4 hour.
Okay, cool. This is the blue line exactly is in the same spot as Tone's was because we were looking at the same trade from yesterday, and I just said like I would be definitely happy to go long right here at that blue line, and yes, the initial stop loss you want it just below here, but I could be even more conservative. I could be here and do a measured move on this exact trade and go, okay, well, what is it without leverage? 1%. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's easy to work out. So if it's, 3x, it's 3%. If it's 5x, it's 5%, 10x, whatever like that. And I can shrink the amount of money I've got exposure to as well. This for me is the setup that I like as a trader. It's exactly this here. And I'm not saying that this is going to work, but this is the setup I'm looking for. I know where I want to put the stop loss. I'm very happy with the MRI on the 4 hour time frame. Coming off the MRI top, bunging around a bit here in a bit of no man's land, reestablishing itself, getting the MRI green star candle. This is the kind of trading that I live and breathe by. Just to finish off here, that I'm still completely in that trade from 48.845. See, I could theoretically move my stop up to here, but I haven't done shit with it yet. It's just sitting there. I'm happy with it, not concerned at all. Yeah, we're getting a red star on the daily time frame. Nothing to be concerned about. But that is telling me that totally we are overcooked. But we can stay overcooked for a very, very, very long time. Not a concern. I love that the MRI top came in. I love that that was a pullback candle that slowed the roll down at least, if nothing else. But tomorrow, if we we might miss this tomorrow, Tone. This might go bang up to 55, and then if we were to do a show tomorrow, if we have an emergency show tomorrow because we're looking really, really great, it puts you on the daily time frame in a very precarious situation, looking for your green star candle on a daily time frame. If we had a great move on the first leg on the MRI, that's just part and parcel of trading, unfortunately. 12-hour time frame. We had a MRI top on right here on the 12-hour. Once again, we didn't have much response off it whatsoever. I'm now back to starting a new count again, feeling really good. And that's where that theoretical stop loss would be below the 7 SMA. Nothing to worry about whatsoever. I'm just going to go through this now. 3-day, bloody glitches. Nothing to worry about on the 3-day, and I don't like it. The glitches happening. The weekly, I'm way more enthused about the green star on the weekly than you were. I think that's bloody good. I think that once the daily MRI gets back to a green star on the daily MRI as well, then this will be a fantastic close to the week. There's nothing to worry about. The 15-minute is where it's at for me right now, looking at these really, really low time frames and looking at the new indicator. I was really, really waiting all day. I'll just turn the MRI off for a second. For all day, I've been messaging with the team. When we came up here, we got very close to getting one of my green. Sorry, I keep saying green, tongue-tied. I was really, really close to getting one of these pink arrows when we came up here. It's only because I know the back end, but we didn't get it. We resisted. If we got it a bit higher, we would have got that pink diamond, but we didn't. We pulled back down, retested again beautifully. It's held this 30 EMA here, and any moment now, I think that if we can bust through here on the 15-minute, we'll actually get the buy signal here as well on the 15-minute time frame. I would love us to get above that 52,800 with a great strong move. I have no targets. I'm just playing each trade as I am. I'm very, very aware that we're on borrowed time, the fact that we've gone up so far, so fast. But as I've said through this entire week, it's been such a great week for me. I think personally, it's been a great week trading. In the competitions, directionally, it's been a great week. I think I've probably only lost one of the week. I just keep feeling like we just keep hitting the same stone, keep hitting it while the iron's hot until it goes cold. And I think that's trading 101, right, Tone? When it's hot,
Yeah,
keep hitting it. It'll go cold. And when it does, it does. But for now, if the same setup keeps working, that's been that same setup over and over again.
yeah. So here's that 4-hour time frame. Yeah, I now got a green star candle because we went above the prior swing high. And yeah, also Coinbase. Look, it's about to open.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. It's about to
yes.
open like, I don't know, 25% higher or something from 65 all the way to 195. They crushed earnings. It wasn't even close. And I was like analyzing this right at 4 p.m. during our Twitter space. I really wish the question would have come in right as the space started at 3 o'clock. But the question came in with like 5 minutes to 4 p.m. So as I was talking about it and I looked at the prior earnings, and I'm like, holy shit, the street is grossly underestimating what Coinbase is going to do. The estimate from Wall Street was they were going to make a 2-cent profit per share. They made over $1 profit per share. Like, this wasn't even close. They crushed it on revenue as well. And this earnings report is only till the end of December. So it doesn't even factor in all the money that they're making from being a custodian for most of the ETFs. That's coming next quarter.
Crazy.
So, and traders know this. Man, this was like I would have never held it through earnings. Like, it's a rule of mine, never to pick a direction for earnings. But man, if there was ever a time I would have guessed which way the stock was going to move on earnings, this was as easy as I've ever seen it. And I analyzed it with 5 minutes left, and it was too late for me to even attempt to make a trade at this. Man, I really wish I knew it earlier. But if you listen to the space,
Can you go to the weekly for a second, as while you're just looking at
Yeah.
that, and give some
If
more
you,
candles?
if anyone, oh, I think my wave is off on
You've
alphanumetrics.
got
Where is the wave?
you got the monthly settings on.
I got monthly settings on.
Yeah. Oh no, weekly. Okay. Can
I have weekly.
take off reverse candles for a second as well, and try and guess where I bought coin. You've got reverse diamonds on.
I took off something reverse. There's something missing. Hold on. What am I missing here? Everything right?
Yep.
Oh, I have investor and swinger. That doesn't make sense, right?
That's okay. It's okay. Different time frames, monthly and weekly. Doesn't matter. You can have them both on.
Oh, really? How does it know that?
It just knows if investor mode is for monthly time frame, swinger mode is for weekly time frame. That's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta go through your video on all the settings. Where is the wave? How come I don't see the wave?
Not enough time on the weekly
Oh,
for a
that's why. Okay.
200, but it's there. It's just it's not enough time for it to get a 200
Well,
SMA in.
so I don't see any green diamonds here. So,
Yeah, they're up higher.
I-
They're up higher. On I bought higher. Going back in
oh,
time.
up here. You
Yeah.
bought here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're finally in a positive position.
Yeah, I've held that for a very long time.
So if I was actively trading this, you want to guess where I would have bought?
Extension C.
Right there, look at that. MRI and extension C and extension B on a reversal candle that literally marked the low in the stock.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy?
Crazy.
Wow. And of course, I would have sold here. And the green star candle.
I hate to say it, but hit the reverse candles on alphanumetrics for the green diamonds, and it's fucking way better. I just saw it before. It made me sick.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, I would always use the reverse.
Go back in time. It's
Yep, right there.
yeah.
Go on, Matty. You're gonna switch. You're gonna be switching.
Yeah,
And,
no, I mean it looks good now. It looks good. Looks
wow,
bloody good.
look at the last two MRI calls. The MRI buy at $30 and the MRI sell a few months ago in December at 190. And the green star candle came in earlier this week, right in the beginning of the week. The green star shows up at 145. And this was textbook 4-candle correction. I will, of course, play my own devil's advocate that this candle here got a little bit nutty and it swung you into a new low. And but there was no green star candle on this candle. So there was no reason to be in the market after selling at the top. There's no reason to get back in on this candle, but there was a reason to get back in on current candle. Now, I don't really like Coinbase. I don't like to support them with my trading, but this is so tradable, TA, and this is amazing. And you had your purple candle right here, probably another entry for you around the same place where I get my green star. So that's another opportunity to get in.
I mean, personally, I got burnt on it and I've been sitting in the trade for years. But it was not a lot of money. But I just did nothing. Just forgot about it, and now we're back in the money. So as you would say, a bad trader would just pull their profits right now, but I'm not interested in doing that either. I'm happy to sit.
Yeah, my Bitfarms trade, I got out around 10 a.m. yesterday. So if I go to a 10-minute chart, we'll take a look at the 10 a.m. area. Here's market open. I really thought it was going to open at 370 where it was. Ignore the MRI here because obviously there's like a 14-hour gap of nighttime. And there's our 950 candle, the 950 to 10 a.m. candle, and I got out somewhere between this candle and next candle. So right here at 10 a.m. was my exit on Bitfarms, and same thing on IBIT. 10 a.m. was my exit. Here is the 940 candle, 950 candle, and I was exiting between this 950 candle, somewhere on this candle and this candle. This is where my exit took place. above $30 a share. But it's going to open almost at $30 a share. So I have a chance to come back into the market. See, I don't mind doing that. I had a reason for exiting. It was the MRI top. I now get a chance to get back in at the same exact price, but I feel so much better because you know what? Yesterday at market close, it looked bad.
You know what you could do, and this is what I do sometimes. You could just re-enter the profit from the trade and take out the initial capital. I love doing that. It's just house money. Then you could let it sit there forever. Who cares?
All right, I think it's time to put on a trade. And here's the thing. It's actually a 3-day weekend. Someone reminded me in the live chat that Monday is a US holiday. It's President's Day, which is ironic at this point in American history because they don't really believe in history and they keep rewriting history. So
And you've got
not sure
that,
what President's Day means anymore.
you've got that great president as well. So we should celebrate
Yeah.
that. No, we're doing a show Monday, right? We're doing a show Monday.
Yeah, we'll do a show Monday. Monday is a travel day for me, but my flight's not till later in the afternoon. We'll definitely do a show Monday, and if something crazy happens this weekend, we'll see.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Who's putting the trade on camera? I'll do it if you want.
No, it's okay. I'll do it.
All right, cool. I'll do it off camera.
All right. Yeah, do yours off camera. I'll do mine on camera. Okay. So, man, I am really behind in this contest, man. I have not won a trade in a while. And this is going to be tricky because I'm about to do something. Are you ready, by the way?
No, but I'm setting her up now. Yeah.
I might be doing something I really shouldn't be doing, but
really,
it's like you, man. I'm throwing in the towel, man.
What? You're going nuts.
I am. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, sorry.
So let's decide on the price.
I deleted float off, so I just had to put all the parameters in again. So I've got to do.
Yeah, but do you remember your P&L?
Yeah, 10. Yeah, I do. Yeah. All right. So what's the input price?
52,400.
Okay.
Okay. So, it almost pains me to do it, but I'm throwing in the towel. I am done trying to look for a pullback. I am going 5x long over the weekend. I think there's going to be, in my mind process, because of the extra long holiday weekend, I think a lot of people are just going to buy Bitcoin today. It's a holiday week in general. People are just going to load up and hold on to it. I'm going long on a buy. And if I had to set the stop loss, it would actually be right there at 7%. Maybe 8. Bam. I'm going to delete this blue line. All right. You want to take screen share and you can walk through your process?
Yeah. Look, this is concerning because not for me, but I actually went 5x long as well.
Oh shit. Oh my God.
Yeah. So I mean, I can't change it. It is what it is. But I did 5x long too. That's a bit of an anticlimax for Monday, unfortunately. But so you could either win by losing or lose by winning. So it is what it is.
Right. So yeah, so we have the same exact trade. You have a higher P&L.
Yeah.
So if the market goes up, you'll make more money and we're both right. Market goes down, I lose less money. But
yeah.
But the thing is, but if it goes down a lot, I would be liquidated first, ironically.
Nah. Oh yeah. I mean, it'd be the same. I have to think about that. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching the show. It's been a fantastic week. I think this has been our best week yet. I think we're finding our stride, and the show's been great. I hope that Bitcoin kicks off over the weekend and something special happens, and we have to do an emergency show. That'd be just fantastic. So keep that in your mind if that happens. Please visit tonevase.com. please visit alphanumetrics.com. Please like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and please use the affiliate links. It's coming. Black Box is coming. Lots coming. We've got big, massive, massive, massive promotion coming on 2-bit imminently. It's just fucking developers. Somebody commented in the thing a couple of shows ago, like when you asked me like when are you actually coming to 2-bit, and I sort of kicked the tires a bit. I didn't have a direct answer. My part is done, right? It's like, have you ever worked with a developer before? These guys take time. How long's a piece of string? I don't know, but it's coming.
So,
it's definitely coming.
So Matt. So I used to manage developers back on Wall Street. A quick story. You're gonna laugh. And they were all different, but there was one commonality, right? Let's say we had a project coming up, right? And I go up to a developer, and I ask him like what his estimate is on how long it will take, right? So he gives you an estimate. It's like, yeah, this is gonna take a week. So in reality, assume it's gonna take double, just like a contractor fixing your house. But here's what always happens, right? The developer will tell you, yeah, it's gonna take a week. And then like the next day, like 24 hours later, you get this message, or he runs up to you, you're not gonna believe this. I just solved this unsolvable problem. It's the greatest. I can't believe I figured it out. And it's not gonna take a week anymore. It will be done in 2 days.
Yeah, this is this is the story of my life. Like we found a solution to a problem, an absolute critical default that I didn't even know we had, and I found a solution. So it's not going to take that long anymore. Yeah, exactly. Developers are the drummers of the internet. It takes time, man. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Happy President's Day to all you Yankees out there. Have a great weekend, Tone.
Later, guys.